Gary W. Rollins, and retired as a Chief Warrant Officer. Finished VF 41. I went back to the Roosevelt as the Weapons Elevator Officer. And you can see my rotation here. I'm doing a lot of sea time. And that's a different story. That's my wife and children did not want to leave the area we were in. So for me to be able to hold that together, because your family's a big part. You got to keep your family happy. And I stayed at sea duty a lot. Coming and going, But we all progressed and, made our lives. Finished up the Roosevelt, and at this period of time, I was already over 20 years. I went back to NES Oceana as the AIMD Ordnance Officer. So I spent 2 years there and then called it quits. So I ended up retiring 22 and a half years. Well, the question that's asked to me is, what would I tell them? And I'll tell you this: on the weekends, I drive for Lyft. Right? I pick up a lot of sailors on the base. I talk to a lot of them. I enjoy it, and I do this not for the money. I do it to enjoy it, and I help these kids out if I keep them off the street, driving and drinking. But I always tell them, right? Continue your education, study. Right? Just recently, and I'm gonna tell you a little story, but recently a friend of mine on Facebook sent me a little note and said if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't be where he's at. He was a young airman that worked for me in VF 41 during Desert Storm, and he was just promoted to a W5. Right? And it makes me feel good, because he says if it hadn't been for what I was forcing them to do, and when I say forcing, if they were not working, they were studying for rate, or they were taking a college class. That was my rule. Right? And that's part of what I was saying. If you take care of those folks, they're going to make you look good and take care of you. So that's bottom line. Take care of them. Take care of the people under you. Train them, but also make sure they're educated. Right? Prepare them for the future to take your place.